Who the hell is this?
I know that ain't who I think it is.
You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you?
What's it like being on this side?
It feels good. I'm happy. I'm excited to be out here. I'm excited, especially being black and gold. It's just like almost like a dream come true and surreal. So I'm excited.
Boy, if you don't...
All right, good evening, Who That Nation. Welcome to the WDN Chatline podcast. This is the host CB. I'm here with my co-host WD. WD, how you doing, fam? Training camp done kicked off. How you feeling, fam?
I'm feeling great, and I'm not going to see what I usually see because I think we're feeling pretty great today.
Okay, I feel you on that. Who That Nation, training camp has officially begun, and I'm still laughing off of this this Devontae Freeman clip that we have for you all. We will hop right into that, but first off, I hope you guys are having a great week. Busy week for everyone. So just remember to stay safe out there with keeping those masks on. Football season is right here, so we don't need nothing to interfere with a possible stoppage of fans or anything. So let's just remember, keep the mask on and so we can keep the fans in the stadium. So basically tonight we're going to talk about the first couple of practices of training camp and give our thoughts and opinions on standouts, who we think, having a better camp, who had not having a good camp, far as not having their name out there yet. So you guys stay tuned for that. We will have the phone lines open as well, so you guys can call in and give us your thoughts, on the upcoming season, preseason, training camp, anything you want to ask related, Saints. So let's go ahead and get into this Devontae Freeman news.
Should I play the clip again?
Devontae Freeman, you guys can believe it. This guy, actually signed with us. When he first signed with us, my thoughts. It took a few hours to kind of digest, knowing what he said. But I'm gonna go ahead and let my co-host get his thoughts on that, and then I give mine. So, what's your thoughts, man? We got the Atlanta Falcons former player. He's officially with us.
I mean, look, man, I thought about it at first when I saw the news that we was bringing him in to visit. I mean, it was really shocking because, I mean, after the trash this dude talked, he was basically like the next Roddy White as far as him being a Saints enemy. So, I mean, that was the pretty shocking for the body, man. As a player, I wouldn't have mind. I mean, people are gonna, assume that maybe he's on his final legs, and he's of course he's looking for a team. So it's just really funny that after all that, man, especially with Sean Payton doing a choke and sign towards him, man, I just feel like out of all places, it's pretty shocking that he wound up here. I have no problem with the signing. I mean, I don't dislike him like I dislike Roddy White. That's one thing for sure. But I feel like, with all the weapons, especially the receivers, man, I've been saying that we've been lacking, a true number 2 receiver. So I'm just saying, man, I think Kamara, we're gonna see him take a lot of, we're gonna see him receive very often. So I think they had to add Devontae, man, because first thing first, I don't think they give Latavius Murray enough carries to begin with. But I mean, I'm pretty skeptical because at first I was kind of questioning. I was thinking like, is Devontae Freeman the camp body? But yeah, I don't see that actually. I can see him being a third running back.
Okay, yeah, basically similar thoughts, man. I couldn't imagine this guy being a part of us. I mean, really, it was the press conference that got me. I think that was just, saying the right things. I know deep inside, he really wasn't, messing with us like that until, he came to a position where, he had limited options. But he's a Saint now, so we, had to bring him on board. We done had a few former Falcon players that's done came over. The same with the Panthers, but the Falcons is kind of. We had Curtis Lofton. He came over. We embraced him. But welcome to the squad. As far as his role, I think Ty Montgomery it's going to be between him and Ty Montgomery, because if we get a healthy Devontae Freeman, I mean, really, what dampened him was he had started getting hurt. I remember he had an ankle injury. I think he got cut by Atlanta because of his money. I think that had something to do with the caps. But once he went to New York, I believe he injured his ankle or something like that. But if we can get the, I'm not gonna say old Devontae Freeman back, but if we get a healthy Devontae Freeman back, I believe that he's gonna make this roster, and I believe Ty Montgomery, he could be on the verge. I believe. I won't even say Ty. I'll say Dwayne Washington. I know he's a hell of a special team player, but we know Ty Montgomery, can play special teams as well. I see a position. Well, going to AK's role, I believe AK will get a lot of reps. I believe that's one reason why this move was made, because they're going to utilize AK in the passing game more. And Latavius, I believe he'll have more carries than AK from this move being made. I believe this move is putting AK more in a receiver role. Play probably a slot receiver, but he's definitely going to be catching the ball a lot more. Latavius getting some carries, more carries, and Devontae Freeman chipping in as well, with a mixture. So, it's interesting to see. And I see we got Miss Carly in the building, and we got Saints Uptown. What's good with y'all? I see Uptown getting his camera together, so he'll hop in when he's ready. How you doing, Carly?
I'm doing good. Excited to be here. It's been a minute, so all right, let's talk about it.
And I see the MOD in the building. MOD, what's good with you, fam?
What's happening? I don't know if y'all can hear me.
We can hear you loud and clear.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear.
Hold on, I don't hear y'all.
You don't hear
me? I got to do something to hear y'all.
All right.
All right. That's what I have to do. I do this.
While he getting himself together, Carly, what's your thoughts on Devontae Freeman finally crossing over to us?
They always come to the winning side. It don't matter what team, what part of the NFC South they come from. At the end of the day, when they become free agents, they always end up on the Saints, because they know that we the best team in the NFC South. Now, I know we didn't win the Super Bowl in Tampa Bay did, but even Tampa Bay know that we the best in the NFC South. I like it overall. I just think that, kind of going back to like what you said, us signing him kind of means to me that we're probably just going to, somebody like Dwayne Washington or one of those guys probably is on thin ice and probably won't make the roster, or AK is going to be more of a receiver than rather having carries, simply because we won't be having Michael Thomas for the first couple of weeks, well, a few weeks, and we'll need somebody else to just be dominant in that spot. And I think that they're going to be giving a lot of those to Elvin, but I'm not mad at it.
MOD, what's your thoughts on your boy Devontae Freeman crossing over to
If he can give us some production, bro, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just like what the Queen say. And they know they want to come play for that. They probably secretly harbor, wishes of coming to play for the Fleur de Lis. You know what I'm saying? But if he can be productive and do some stuff and spell, Alvin Kamara when he needs to be, you need to take a rest, take a breathe or whatever, and be productive, I'm cool with it.
Okay, so we'll see what role Devontae plays with us. But the biggest news to me of this training camp, anything thus far, is the Kwon signing. It's about damn time. What are y'all's thoughts on us finally bringing Kwon on board and not letting them get us where? Welcome back, Kwon.
I like it, man. He was very productive in our defense last season. He picked it up pretty fast. He made plays. He kind of looked like a natural in our defense, to be honest with you. The whole thing with him when we got him at the time that we got him was his health. Health was the only concern with him, and that's still going to be the concern with me. You know, until I can see this dude, stay healthy on a consistent basis.
Yep, because he definitely brings a certain energy to the team. He brings a spark of light to our defense, and again, he caught on to the playbook so fast to the point where he just kicked Alex Anzalone out off the team. Like that's how fast he caught on to not only the playbook but the system and the locker room. He's good to have. He's a dominant weapon when you play him against his former teams, like when we played against the 49ers, how he just literally killed it because he knew their defense, he knew their plays. It was a good signing because, in the all season, we got to see him bust his ass to make this team. And he was throwing out big old hints about how he just wanted to be back here. And I'm happy the Saints signed him on his birthday. So happy belated birthday to you, Kwon. But I'm happy he's back. I think a lot of Who That Nation is happy he's back. Like he's just a breath of fresh air.
Mm-hmm. Beast, man. He's that beast, man. I mean, look, one of the best will linebackers when he's healthy. And that's the best way to put it. The Mario is lit, man. He's lit about it. As you can see, the Mario, he loves this just as much as any Saints fan or anybody else. So when the Mario happy, man, I'm happy. That's how I feel about it.
Yep. And something, bro, like I wanted this. I wanted him to come back. Even though I am skeptical about his health, I wanted him to come back because he really, like I say, he looked really like a natural in our defense, bro. He picked it up really fast. He made plays. The only concern, man, and it's going to still be a concern, like I say, man, I just hope this cat stay healthy.
Right.
That's it. Other than that, man, positive, I think it's a positive mood. I like it.
Right.
And by the way, Kwon is an LSU Tiger, too.
And for you all that doesn't know, WD, he dropped a highlight vid of Kwon. So if you don't forgot what he brought to the table last year, which I'm pretty sure you guys haven't, please go check that out. Check that out, and you're going to see why DeMario was so fired up yesterday. And like all y'all said, I mean, basically he just got to stay healthy. He got to stay healthy. And when he stay healthy, WD, he put out a highlight video showing what can be done with those two. And just imagine them getting a whole training camp in. Last year it wasn't no training camp. He came in mid-season and he still ate. Imagine getting this training camp in, which he probably won't be too much involved in, as far as him running around on the field, but that's just being cautious. He coming off of Achilles injury, so you got to be cautious with that. Even though he's moving around good, but yeah, just imagine him getting this training camp in with the guys. The Mario, he know what time it is. So this will be the best duo if Kwon can stay healthy. So,
and something, man, I don't want to count out on that cat that we drafted either. That Pete, our boy Pistol Pete.
yeah.
You understand? Because I like this tape. I like this tape a lot. And I think he's a smart, instinctive type player, too. I think that he should find some time in the rotation. He really should. Now, I don't know what's going on with old Big Zach. But I know this cat here, I think he's going to find some time in the rotation.
And honestly, this move, all it's doing is gonna benefit Pete. Because now he get to sit. I mean, he like you said, he gonna be in the rotation. He gonna get a snap count, but he gonna be able to sit back and learn from both of them. Kwon, he gonna be watching Kwon, you know, reading, the way he read coverages and stuff and attack coverages. So Pete is really in a good position. Not saying that he wouldn't have stepped up, and took the starting role if need be, but you can't get no better than to learn, from both of those guys. Along with getting your snap count, you don't have to have the pressure of knowing the whole defense and incorporating it on the field. But
Yeah.
yeah, looking forward to seeing what we can get from Pete Warner and Zach Bond. I hadn't heard too much from him. Um, could be an early candidate, that doesn't make it. I don't know. We'll see what happens with that, but hadn't heard too much from Zach Bond, from camp yet.
I think he had the first interception in this camp, right? Zach Bond. Correct me if I'm wrong. I might be wrong. I'm on it. I'm not sure.
Tell you what, Zach, what you need to be doing, Zach, bro, if I was you, man, I'll be playing some damn good special teams. You understand? Because I don't think they like you very much, Wody.
I think that this season is gonna be the season that's gonna be very different from us. Usually we'll have the defense rallying behind the offense. Now this time, I think this is gonna be the defense leading, and the offense is gonna have to rally behind them. I'm thinking we're gonna have to get interceptions. We're gonna have to get turnovers. We're gonna have to do well on special teams to put the offense in good positions to score and put points on the board. Like we need our veterans on defense, and that's another reason why I think that we signed Kwon too, because of his experience and him knowing the system. Because they didn't want to put too many rookies out there with Demario Davis. Like you needed somebody that can complement him, somebody who knew the system, somebody who can go out there and have a veteran's experience out there. So I just think that our defense really have to step up like never before this season, because I think we're definitely going to lean more towards them and be dependent more on them than we will offense. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I think so too. At least I think that that's particularly going to be important at the beginning of the season, more so at the beginning of the season than maybe towards the middle or the end. Because maybe then, by then, the offense probably will have some type of continuity, and then we'll have a good direction on how to utilize whatever quarterback eventually becomes, the quarterback. But and the reason why I say that too is because, we for some reason we have, even though it hasn't happened really too much in the last couple of years, we just got a notorious habit of starting off slow, So that's the only reason why I said that too as well.
Right. And while we're on the defense, let's go ahead and get into some of these signings. They signed Devontae Freeman, Kwon, and they also signed Prince. I'm not gonna pronounce his last name, but
Amukamara.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you all are familiar with him. He in his prime, he definitely, was a solid piece. He was solid in Chicago as well, but we signed Prince, and then we signed a vet player, Cavery Russell, and we also signed Adonis Alexander. Those three names are cornerbacks. And while we on cornerbacks, I will mention Keith Washington, a cornerback was sent to IR. So while we're on this cornerback position, why do y'all think we signed all of these names? Do you think they are bracing right now for a possible Marshawn suspension, and you want to get some vet guys in competing, seeing who can be more solid? Because I believe this was more of course, getting a guy opposite Marshawn, but also bracing for Marshawn to be gone for some time, because the NFL they gonna wait till the last minute to do something. But what's y'all's thoughts on that?
I think that's the only reason why we signed all these cats. Yeah, because we bracing because we know Marshawn gonna be suspended. And I've been hearing in camp too that they've been putting Patrick Robinson on the outside. You know what I'm saying? So, if we can find some kind of alternative, towards, besides putting Patrick Robinson on the outside, that might be some kind of help. You know what I'm saying? But that's precisely the reason. You hit the bullseye with that one, TV. I can't see no other reason why we signed so many cats at one position to bring into camp. You understand? We bracing ourselves because we know that this cat about to get suspended. You know what I'm saying? For, carrying a gun. And unfortunate, but it is what it is. I hope one of these cats can do something and shine and show that they deserve to be in camp, and that we just not signing them because it's a quote unquote mercy signing.
Boy, as soon as one of them dudes show out, they gonna say long-term contract to Wood Lattimore.
Yeah. They shouldn't be saying that, because ain't none of them cats better than Marshawn. You know what I'm saying? But, it is what it is. That's one thing that's been frustrating me, about the start of the season anyway, CB.
What, this cornerback?
Yeah, so the fact that, that we don't have a solid number 2 cornerback, and that our solid number 1 is going to be suspended. So that's a headache unto itself.
So who's ready for Ken Crawley to be our second cornerback?
Absolutely no one.
Where it is that he having a good training camp.
Man,
that don't mean nothing.
Bruh, we've heard that before, bro, about various people. And then the season start, and we be like, what happened to all that training camp stuff that y'all was talking about? You understand? And don't have me go through the names. We know the names.
Ghost boy.
You understand what I'm saying? Of how people, look so good in camp. And then they even get in preseason, they don't look all that good in camp like they was looking in camp. So it is what it is, bro.
Hey, man.
We know who he is.
We hope it translates, Ken.
Yeah, Ken, be about it. You understand what I'm saying? Show us, bro. You understand? Show us that we wrong about you, bro. We waiting for you.
Yeah, somebody gonna have to do something in the quarterback room besides Marshawn, but
yeah, somebody gotta do something.
But I'm hearing that Debo is having a pretty solid count. He's picking up things. I think he got an interception in this last practice. I'm not sure, but I know Sean said he's picking up, the detail pretty good so far. So do y'all think these signings is because Debo isn't, playing up the part? Do you think it's just there for competition? I mean, I'm gonna say this. We know we done confirmed that, it's there for Marshawn suspension. But do you think, Debo was getting looked at as part of the reason as well?
I think, man, Paulson to Debo, if he's not the starter day one, he will eventually be the starter. I think he's just going through whatever in camp rookies go through. And you got to realize, too, that he also set out, the previous year. He didn't play last year in college. So you might have to do a little catching up, if you will. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that it's going to hurt him in his production, and I don't think that it's going to hurt his confidence either. So I eventually see him starting at some point during the season.
Okay. So let's go to this offensive side. Offensive side, I guess we can start with the QB position. The way it's looking like it's neck and neck right now with Taysom and Jameis. According to reporters, both of them are having good counts so far. So how do y'all think this will play out? With this.
Bruh, if Jameis don't win the job, we in trouble. Point blank, period. If James is not good enough to beat out Taysom Hill, we are in trouble. If we not in trouble already. You understand? But, bruh, we need for Jameis to win this job. Point blank, period.
Hey man, look, it's not funny. It's just the seriousness from Uptown. Like that. That's what got me rolling over there. But yeah, I mean, pretty much agreed, man. I guess I can say this, man. I can't wait for preseason. That's the best way to say it, man. I can't wait for preseason because all this camp talk. Camp, you just want to see it translate to on the field, man. So I just want to see what's up.
Say, bro.
My mind, I don't even think it's a situation where which quarterback is going to win the position. I just feel like we're starting from scratch now that we don't have Drew Brees, and it's all up to whatever type of offense Sean Payton wants to run. Like, do he wants to run an offense that better complements Jameis and his skills, or will he run an offense that complements Taysom and his skills? Because they're very much two different quarterbacks with two different skill sets, and I just think it all depends on which type of offense Sean Payton wants to run. I don't think it's about which one is the better quarterback. I just think it's about which one is going to run the system that Sean Payton wants to run now that we no longer have Drew Brees and he don't have that security blanket. Sean Payton, again, his coaching style and how he runs this offense is going to be which quarterback is going to start the position. I really don't see it as which quarterback is better. I just think it's about which offense Sean Payton wants to run to cater to which quarterback's, strong strengths, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
hopefully one of them can at least help this receiving corps, because Lord have mercy.
I've got a good sample size of Mr. Taysom Hill last season.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It behooves us to have Mr. Jameis Winston, Mr. Crab Legs and all that win this job. You understand what I'm saying? Because I don't think I want to see what I seen last year from Mr. Taysom Hill.
Taysom isn't accurate enough for me. Like, he's a running quarterback, so not only do he have the opportunities to throw, interceptions, but he could fumble the ball too. Like,
That you see, you took the words out of my mouth.
He's not even holding the ball. He doesn't understand quarterback 101. What I mean by that is once you run with the ball, you're no longer a quarterback. At that point, you're a receiver, and he doesn't know when to slide and give up the play. He was ready to smack him clean in his damn head. Like, that's not what you're doing. Like, you leading the offense, bro.
The most frustrating thing to me with Taysom is the fact that he got legs and don't know how to use them. That's the one that really got.
That was frustrating. And what Carly just said. Now you see, I can live with what you just said, WD, but what Carly just said, I can't live with that. You understand what I'm saying? That boy, look.
But I'm saying, like, he has legs and he still don't even know how to use them when he's playing quarterback. That's what I don't understand. That
damn fumbling though, bro.
That's the thing for me. Taysom plays better at every other position than he do quarterback. Like, quarterback is his least strongest point.
I said the same thing the other day, bro. Oh, come on, Taysom, bro.
Knowing that Michael Thomas is out, and the way that you really unsure of how the receiver's gonna come out, even though we done got some sample sizes from Marquez and all of that, your best, the smart option would be to utilize Taysom in those roles that we've been using them in.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, whoever S.A. Scott is, what you're saying really ain't making no sense, bro. If you realize the reason why we gave Taysom Hill all that money, it was just a clever way for us to circumvent the salary cap. And all those years avoidable. You understand what I'm saying? So the fact that he's making more money than Jameis does not suggest that we should make him the starter.
At all.
Okay? And because the reason why he's making more money than Jameis is because Mickey Loomis twerks something. You understand? That's why.
Wait, can you say it again, Uptown?
I say Mickey Loomis twerks something. He twerks something. You understand? That's what it's all about, bro. You know. So SAT, bro, please, man, don't do that, bro. I had to put my camera on. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself. And all those years are voidable. In case you don't know what voidable years mean, I mean that we can void that contract and we can go on and say Taysom kick rocks, and we wouldn't have to pay him a dime. So stop it, bro. Stop it, please.
And while we just read the comment, let's give a shout out to the comment section. Let's see Jerry Poole in the building.
What's happening to everybody in the chat?
What's up to chat? What's going on, chat?
And I see one comment right here. Shout out to Daniel Toss said this broadcast is dope. I'm clicking follow, but the real question is how bad are we gonna whoop all the teams we play this year?
We're going undefeated.
First off, shout out to you, Daniel. Welcome to the podcast. We hope you enjoy.
Well, Daniel, it all depends on our quarterback situation, continuity of the team. We cannot thoroughly answer those questions at this moment. As Carly has iterated on several occasions, we are now in a transition period. You know, we just had our Hall of Fame Super Bowl winning quarterback retired. So those things are undetermined at this moment. You know, and it ain't like we used to, you know, the way that it's been the last few years, that we can say, okay, well, we're going to whoop this person and whoop that person or whatever. No, this ain't the season for that right now. That's why WD said that he's eager to see what goes on throughout the preseason.
Oh, boy, we about to stomp the Green Bay Packers. Now, let me stop. Nah.
So how y'all think the defensive line is gonna play out?
Oh Lord.
They saying Peyton Turner, you know, he's been consistent in camp. He's looking good. And then you also got Davenport. Do you think one of those two will slide inside? Because we missing two defensive tackle spots. Two defensive tackle spots is open.
But I'm gonna be honest with you though, CB. I don't think our defensive line gonna be a problem at all. I really don't. And let me tell you why, right? I think that defensive line at the moment is very well coached. Very well coached. Ryan Nielsen is doing a great job. You understand? So I don't really think that it's going to be as bad as some people suggest that it's going to be. My main concern is, like I said, on that defense is that secondary.
I would think D tackle is the biggest question. If those guys who play really really well rotating, if they can be full-time starters, that's what I'm looking at. Like as far as Shy Tuttle, Malcolm Roach, and whoever is going to play DT, are they going to be able to step up? Solidify this run defense.
You see what I was saying too, right? Is this right? Is that that dude Peyton Turner? He played some defensive tackle too when he was in college, and maybe perhaps we can get a few snaps out of Tano, at defensive tackle too, in a rotation every few games.
Yeah, the Chiefs had him as a D tackle a few times when he played for them.
So that's why I don't think the defensive line gonna be, a problem. The only thing that would make a problem for the defensive line is if we start getting hit with a rash of injuries.
I would say, our run defense might not be as great as it was the past 2 years, but hopefully it's not bad to the point, you know what I'm saying? Like where we're getting gashed and like hopefully it's at least solid.
Okay, what
We
kind of
got
back?
no, I was gonna say we got a huge we got a lot of depth there. We got Malcolm Roach, we got Shy, and then we got the DN. I'm not gonna say his name from Kansas City.
Yeah.
Tano.
Yeah, we got
Pass
him.
on.
You know, we got Davenport if his ass can stay healthy. We got Peyton Turner, who we just drafted. If he can stay healthy.
Man, y'all forgetting the one with the most potential right here, man. Carl Granderson. How y'all gonna leave him out, man? The one who was hitting that worm, man. Yeah, how y'all gonna leave him out?
Yeah, we got
Curl.
the ball.
Can't leave Curl out.
Okay, yeah. I don't find. I think that I think again. I say CB. I think that unit gonna be much better than what people think. And I think I think Cam Jordan gonna have a bounce back year too. I think he was suffering last year from the effects of having that back surgery. You know, it ain't too easy and shit to be coming back off of no back surgery. You know what I'm saying? I think he should be healed up, completely and stuff from the back surgery and stuff. Now maybe we can see the old Cam Jordan, something close to it.
Okay. Yeah, we definitely need it. We need us a 10 sack defensive lineman. And I think
I think Tano, Davenport, Turner, somebody got to benefit from that. You know what I'm saying? Like I know people talking this stuff about, Hendrickson and all this, that, and the third. But I think that there was other components on the defensive line that made it possible for Hendrickson to do what he was able to do.
Mm.
It wasn't like, he was a one-man wrecking ball.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
So one of them should be able to, step in. Now, I don't expect them to get as many sacks as Trey got. But if they can get half of what he had, that'll be pretty good. And maybe somebody else can pick it up. Maybe 5 sacks here, 5 sacks there for somebody. You know what I mean?
Man, I tell you what, man. Like, let's say the pass rush is just at least exceptional. Now, I'm not like I just want the run defense to still be at least solid, man. Because those those blitzes, man, that we gonna throw out there with Brian Poole now, CGJ.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man, they gonna get to the quarterback.
Yep.
And I think we can confirm now that CGJ will not be on the outside. I thought that was kind of a possibility.
Shit, look, y'all know how I see it, man. That was pretty questionable. When it was first brought, I was like, man, that's pretty questionable. First of all, CGJ is a beast he's a beast. Don't get me wrong, and he can cover too. He can cover well in the slot, great in the slot, honestly. But man, it's like you want that man close to the line of scrimmage, man. You know what I'm saying? It's better suited. So I just don't, I don't like seeing. I don't think I would like seeing him travel on the island, man. So.
No, that's not no. You understand? He's better at doing what we've been seeing him do.
Yeah.
Let him continue to play the role that he's playing. So no, I'm adamantly against that.
I was against it.
Right, and I see T3000 in the building. Shout out to you. He said, "How do y'all feel about Prince? Out of these cornerbacks that we just signed?"
I got questions.
All you got to say is this on CB. I move Kamara, just like Elvin Kamara. I'll move Kamara.
Yeah, that was something I wanted to bring up. Like, it's and the other cornerback, I can't say his name, but I was like, hey, the one thing that was fascinating about both of these cornerbacks was the names, man. The names are great. So, Prince, I mean, honestly, right now, do y'all see him making the team?
No.
I can see it. Just the fact that Marshall gonna be sitting a few games. Just the fact that Marshall gonna be sitting a few games, I can see him making the squad.
I don't know, bro. You know
I
what I'm
just don't
saying?
want to see him starting.
I think this dude. I much rather see this dude Brian Poole make the squad than see this Prince.
Oh yeah.
Tomorrow.
Oh yeah, that's two different situations, though. Because I mean, if you have Brian Poole playing the slot, man, I mean, you can have CDJ playing strong safety. So, yeah, man.
You know, that's something I much rather see. You know, because I think this dude, I think maybe his best days probably passed him by.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just saying though, Brian Poole is actually a decent slot corner. So
I'm not trying to make, I'm not saying that this guy gonna be gone or nothing like that, but I just want to know. I think WD had his thoughts on Malcolm Jenkins. Uptown, I just want to get your thoughts on Malcolm Jenkins. Do you think, because it's gonna be a surprise cut? We always get that, and I'm not saying Malcolm Jenkins gonna be it, but I'm just saying what can you see from him this year? Hadn't heard too much from him. This training camp. Do you think he can still? You still think he has some juice left, or what do you see with him?
I think maybe his best days too probably passed him by too. You understand? It's a matter of time, and before people start figuring out the things that he can't do well anymore. You know what I mean? And like here it is. How old is Marcus Williams? What, 20,
24. You gotta be
24,
24.
something like that.
Yeah, if not 25.
Because I've always envisioned, CGJ, taking over that spot completely. Rather than him coming in on the rotational ways that they bring him into the game now. That was my vision in the first place. That was my vision when they got rid of what's his name, man? Bell.
Yeah, Von Bell. Yeah.
Yeah, when they got rid of Bell. I thought that they would just allow, CGJ would eventually win that spot. I think they only went for Malcolm Jenkins because I think, at that time he was trying to put together a team, to win the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So they went with experience at that position, rather than somebody, with some youth that can still, that can do some of the things that he can't do anymore. I think that's what that move was all about.
And to me, he kind of like in a Tyrann Mathieu type of situation. You remember early in Tyrann's career, he was playing a lot of nickel.
Mm-hmm.
And then once he got to Kansas City, I mean, he still played in the box and stuff, but he got more, area to operate in. That's why he's, much more effective, because he playing his strength. But early on, he was just playing where they needed him to play, in the nickel, in which he was still being productive. But once they got him to, his strength, which was, free safety, he been balling. So, he been playing better than he was. So CGJ, strong safety, that's his bread and butter.
Hey,
And I know that move gonna happen at some point.
It don't get talked about it enough, and I know it's because Marcus Williams, he got that range and he's a good free safety. But CDJ can actually play free safety really well. too. You know, that hit he made versus the Titans years ago, that was in a free safety role. So I'm just saying, man, like either way, man, CGJ, he can play all three of those positions. I just don't want to see him as an outside cornerback.
I agree that he can play all those positions too, but I'm like, you know, my whole thing is that he seemed most effective, you know, when he's closer to the line of scrimmage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure, he is.
Okay, and I see Jake White in the building. He said, outside corners, Lattimore suspended, P-Rob Adebo, Crawley, Prince, Thompson. In the slot, you got CGJ, Pooh, Haley.
Hey, what PJ at? I don't see PJ. Now hold on, Jake. You ain't gonna tell me that 2 minutes. Wait, I forgot how much they paid PJ this year, but you ain't gonna sit up there and tell me, oh yeah, PJ, he worked it, man. Well, PJ, I don't see PJ on that list, man. Where you at?
Yeah, you know he gonna be playing free safety.
Oh man, get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Yeah, but you know what? I did forget that. PG. Get out of here, man.
So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna put the link in the comment section. So everyone in the comment that would like to call in, please click on the link and come chop it up with us. Give us your thoughts and opinions about training camp. If you have any questions, you can click the link and give us your questions or thoughts about the situation regarding Saints.
Well, you know what? PJ is an emergency free safety.
Right.
Let me get off his case, man.
All right, we got the host of the BG Breakdown Podcast, Mr. Aaron Davis. Aaron Davis, what's up with you, fam?
Yo, guys, it's been a hot minute. Uptown especially, man. How you been?
Uptown muted.
Oh, you must be busy then. Oh man, but still, it's great to be back here on the WDN Chatline podcast. Great to see everybody well around here in these crazy COVID times. Shout out to the chat as always. Look, man, what's going on, man? Haven't heard from you in a minute.
I had to go back and stuff, man.
It's all good.
What's going on, fam?
Yo, been a hot minute, I know. Look, I have quite a bit, but I'm not going to get into too much because I know people want to call in. So I want to talk about the main points and get my thoughts out there real quick, starting with the quarterback position and how it's going so far. Honestly, it's going how I expected. And what I mean by that is the defense is making these guys really earn it, because as much as everybody wants to see these guys throw the deep ball, we're all excited to have that deep pass action going, raining the balls. And the fact of the matter is, guys on the defense, they're fighting for a starting job too. They're fighting to get that bag. So on top of the fact that there's a level of pride with this defense, and now with Chris Richard on the coaching staff, it adds to that pride and that level of intensity that this secondary was sorely lacking. As much as I loved Aaron Glenn when he was here, that the Saints secondary really needed. So Taysom Hill, Jameis Winston, if these two guys are coming in and they're carving up your DBs right away, there's a problem that should be addressed immediately if these guys were having a field day out there. So I'm not saying that these two quarterbacks are having a bad camp. It's more the defense and the DBs are having a good camp so far.
I got a question for you though, man.
What's up?
What's your thoughts on the receivers? You think the receivers got anything to do with that?
Not as much. Well, a handful. It depends on who you're talking about. I know Jalen McCleskey is honestly going up there, but I'm keeping my expectations low on McCleskey until I see what it looks like during real time in preseason games, because I've seen this song and dance before with Emmanuel Butler. So I'm not gonna get my hopes up just to be disappointed again. But I'm at least hopeful that McCleskey in his 4.2 speed can find a way on the team in some capacity. I think he has a potential to be this year's Deontay Harris, and he's talked a little bit about that. The other receivers such as Jake Lampman, don't know too much about him. Kwon Baker, he's flashed here and there. He needs to be a little more consistent with his route running and gaining separation.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Hogan, honestly, guys, he's actually doing pretty good. He's been a security blanket for both Taysom Hill and Jameis Winston. Ian Book as well. He's the consensus I've gotten with people who've actually been at the training camp, and I've talked. It's sticky hands. Like, he's got some great hands. He's showcased it so far. He's laying out, catching some balls. He laid out for a pass today for Jameis Winston when he was running with the ones. He went down low to catch a pass from Ian Book just this past weekend. Yesterday, he went up to snag a pass from Taysom Hill and Jameis. I'm hopeful that he can be a very serviceable wide receiver with Michael Thomas being out, and these be that temporary security. But offensive line, I'm very hopeful for Ruiz as well. If you guys haven't heard his recent interview, Ruiz shed 15 pounds and replaced all that with 15 pounds of pure muscle. And from the tape I've seen so far on Ruiz, he's showing that he's showing technique that he was lacking last year due to a lack of a proper off season and proper preseason games. So offensive line getting that continuity is a plus. The quarterback battle, as I expected. The linebackers, I'm very excited, and shouts out to Sean Payton in the fact that he's doing the right thing with keeping Kwon Alexander. He's limiting the amount of exposure he gets in training camp. He's acclimating him to the defense, not throwing him into the fire right away. Because no matter how good he looks and post Achilles, fact of the matter is that guy is probably going to be your make or break, and you want to get him as close to the postseason as much as possible. And that's where I believe Pete Warner or Zach Bond is going to come into effect. Not only with just rotating out in a nickel, but also some base 4-3 as well.
Mm.
So you think we'll utilize the 4-3 just a little bit, maybe in some goal line situations.
Yeah, and Sean Payton used the base 4-3 last year to kind of supplement the fact that Alex Anzalone was a little bit of a liability in coverage. The most times he's used the base 4-3 were the home game against the Atlanta Falcons. He used a base 4-3 a little bit in the San Francisco 49ers game and the Week 17 game against the Carolina Panthers.
Definitely. Yeah.
So,
I would like to see. Yeah, I would definitely like to see Zach Bond play Sam, man. I think honestly that would be his best goal, man. That's how I see it.
Oh, big facts. And lastly, the secondary. I'm very hopeful for Paulson Adebo, man. I'm very hopeful for Paulson Adebo for the fact that he's gotten he's the first DB to come away with a pick so far in training camp on either Taysom or Jameis during one-on-one drills. He was the first guy. He got that pick off of blanketing Kwon Baker in coverage, a deep play down the sideline. So what they're doing with not Kwon Baker, Paulson Adebo. They're literally throwing this man into the fire because they're very confident that he's intelligent enough to pick up on what they're trying to do with him. This past weekend, they picked on him a lot in one-on-one drills and picked on him a lot during some second team reps. And it's continued, especially when the pads came on. And so far, he's really risen to the challenge. He's gotten plenty of good plays, one-on-ones and during those second team reps. So far, if he continues this trajectory, he may end up getting some reps with the first team.
Okay, but yeah, like I was saying earlier, I think Pete Warner is definitely going to benefit from this signing. I mean, because either way, he's going to be getting some snaps. He's going to be rotating in. So man, he got Kwon to learn from. He got DeMario to learn from. Once he see how they operating out there, that's just going to, build his confidence. He gonna want to eat just like that. So, situation happened. But like I said earlier, I think Pete gonna benefit very well from this.
Yeah, David said something interesting. Do y'all hear that?
I know I heard it. Sound like a jet.
Yeah, it sound like something going on.
Is that my
Who
fan
that-
y'all are hearing?
I don't think
I don't
so.
know what that is.
Nobody ain't going through no tornado or anything, right? I hope not.
No, I'm good over here, dog.
But he said something interesting. I'm high on the Debo too. That's why I was saying, like I said before you came in here, I said that if a Debo don't start day one, eventually he will start this season. You know, and I'm glad that they putting him through it, you know, through the ringer, because I guess Sean Payton wanted to see if he that dude. You know what I'm saying? Because he was drafted high. They said that had all this COVID stuff not popped off, that man probably would have been a number one pick in the draft.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So I think where we got him at was a bargain. We really got a guy with the talent of a first round draft pick at that position. He's just got to go out there and show people, you know, what he made of.
Exactly. I got two things. I'm going to get out of here for the next caller. I want to talk a little bit about Peyton Turner. He's really turning heads so far when the pass came on. With that level of physicality, that intensity coming up, and he's showing that, along with Paulson and Debo, that when the pressure is on, how are you going to respond? And so far, with the twos and rotating in with the ones, Peyton Turner has gotten a total of 3 would-be sacks. One on Ian Book, one on Jameis, and one on Trevor Siemian. Taysom Hill's the only guy he hasn't touched yet. He lifted a four-year veteran coming out of Stanford and Kyle Murphy and Throckmorton back into the quarterback. Like, if it's one thing if it's a rookie going up against a rookie, but this is a seasoned offensive lineman Peyton Turner went up against, and he lifted him off his back foot and drove him into Ian Book. That is insane to even think about. Like, you're getting bullied by this man with a really large wingspan, and his pass rush technique is really showing in multiple flashes so far in training camp with the second day of pads. The only thing he has to work on is his ability to play the run, and that was a mark that Sean Payton ended up talking about during his interview today. And he's had a little struggle with that, admittedly, during his time in Houston, because he couldn't feel consistently enough. So if he can continue to use that length he has, that physicality he has, that intensity he has in the run as well as the pass, and he can be a potential instant impact for this defensive line. And it's really helped out Marcus Davenport as well, as sort of not only just showing himself off so far in training camp, it's helped him as a character off the field. Uptown, let me ask you this real quick. When was the last time we ever seen Marcus Davenport put out a workout video? Ever? Even once?
No, not at all.
Not once, right? But when Peyton Turner shows up, he drops one nearly just before training camp starts. And when you see him in his interviews, it's like, where the hell has this Marcus Davenport been? Where is this charisma? Where has this charisma been? So that just says that Peyton Turner was a guy that Davenport needed, because they're so similar in stature, they're similar in build. That energy is infectious, and he has someone he can relate to, kind of like Kwon Alexander and Demario Davis. Now, he still has to prove himself, because nobody can hold your hand for you. He still has to go out here and show that, you know, he's worth the fifth-year option the Saints picked up. That's over $10 million. But this is a good start so far for Marcus Davenport, so I'm hopeful.
I'm to Davis too, right? You will get real motivated too if they drafted somebody in the first round at your position.
That's also true. The last point is, you guys highlighted the DBs, all the DBs they brought in, preparing for a potential Marshawn Lattimore suspension. What I didn't hear you guys say was, what about special teams? Because as much as we don't talk about it, it's still a core factor, a core make or break in a multitude of games for the New Orleans Saints. You've lost not only Thomas Morstead, you've lost Justin Hardy, you've lost Sheldon Rankins. He was a guy on special teams. Malcolm Brown as well. You've lost a handful of key guys on your special teams unit that needs to be filled as quickly as possible. Kevarier Russell was a former guy, a former Cincinnati Bengal that got most of his reps from special teams as well. So he has that experience. And Adonis Alexander, he played the jammer and the gunner on special teams. So two guys that have that special teams experience, bringing in to make up a little bit for the loss of your leader in Craig Robertson and Justin Hardy. So they're preparing to really restock what they have on special teams as well, on top of preparing for Marshawn Lattimore's potentially inevitable suspension.
Okay, yeah, you're right. They're gonna need people to replace people on special teams, and but to our credit, lately we've been having some pretty decent special teams around here. I don't know how that's gonna translate. Now y'all hear that again?
There it is again. I was muted just now, so I know it ain't me.
Hey yo, it might be on my end. I don't know.
They go the big bad sound. You understand? The poltergeist. But look, but that's another position. That's something that people are not really talking about too, Davis. They're not really talking about too that that we no longer have Thomas Morstead and how that punt situation is going to look. I mean, we've been having such a reliable person and a reliable weapon. Because if y'all remember, at one point in time, Morstead used to kick off for us.
Right.
So, we had such an important weapon and stuff at that position for so many years. That's something that I think people need to be watching during preseason too.
And Taysom gonna be another piece we add on special teams.
You ain't ready for that one.
Just makes another case.
Right.
I don't know, man. Are we gonna allow him to play special teams? Like, say for instance, Jameis win the starting job. This dude is now our backup. Do we need him to be playing special teams?
Well, depends on how Ian Book progresses during not only training camp but preseason. Because not only is Ian Book a really good quarterback in throwing the football, he's able to use his legs almost as effectively as Taysom Hill. And the film on Notre Dame can back up what I'm saying here. So it really depends on what Ian Book does, and it'll potentially translate to what kind of stuff he does for Taysom Hill. So it's a little uncertainty, but even if he does end up being back into that gadget role, it's probably not going to be as effective because of the type of training regimen Taysom Hill ended up going through. The whole a handful of different muscle groups. He slimmed down a little bit, so he's not going to be as physical anymore. And when you're over 30 years old, every hit you take you're going to feel that when you're now slimmed down to be more of a quarterback. And they've been trying to get another Taysom Hill in the building for the last 2 seasons. See Tommy Stevens and that bullshit drama they had with the Carolina Panthers too long ago. So they've been telling us they want another Taysom Hill without telling us they want another Taysom Hill. But that's it. That's all for me for right now. I know you got other callers in here. I don't want to take up too much of their time or your time. I will be watching still. It's been a pleasure talking shop Saints with y'all.
All right, my man. You have a good night, bro.
You too.
Who that?
Hey man, they are roasting. Well, I guess we'll say in New Orleans we call it ribbing. They are ribbing the shit out of PJ in the comment section. Give that man a break. Look, I don't really care for him too. Goddamn. I mean, they are tearing this man up in the comment section. Jeez. I mean, damn.
Next we got the OG Jerry Poor. But let's answer this question right quick. Shout out to Ghostface Griller. Ghostface Griller said, any word on how Cesar Ruiz is doing? I all I've heard, he's getting some snaps at guard. And while we're on guard, we can talk about Caesar. I do want to talk about the J.R. Sweeney signing, because I think that could be an interesting piece. I know either last offseason or the offseason before that, he was one of the top free agent guards in the class, and I think Seattle grabbed him. But that could be an interesting piece in a possible Xavier Howard trade. Just something to look out for. But we'll get back on that. But as far as Cesar Ruiz, I mean, he's at right guard right now. He's at right guard. Really hadn't heard too much. I heard he lost 15 pounds. And he lost. He just lost body fat. So it's just, he gained some muscle. But I did hear that, so maybe that's gonna help him move around. Maybe he needed that. Not sure if that was related to injuries last year, but I do see him out of position. I mean, he did, play some guard at Michigan, but that's not what he was drafted, high as. So we can bring the OG Jerry Poole in the building, and Jerry, you can get your thoughts on it. But what's up with you, fam? OG.
What's going on, CB? What's going on, WD? What's up, Uptown?
Yo, what's going on, man? What's up?
Not much. All I can say, WDN Chatline podcast family, that football season is back, baby.
Yeah, it is, bro. Yeah, it is, bro. What you think about that? What CB was just saying, bro, about the guard?
We all heard about Cesar Ruiz lost a lot of weight, man, and he looking good because I checked out the press conference earlier on the Saints YouTube channel, and he looking a little slim last time I saw him. He was big last time when he was a rookie, and this is second season right now, so boy looking good out there. Lost all that weight and. Like 15 pounds, like CB just mentioned. He looking good out there. He looking good out there, fam.
Yeah, but I say this, bro. You understand, CB?
Looking good, Uptown.
My whole thing is this, bro. Like, say for instance, he don't look good at guard.
Uh-oh.
You know what I'm saying? Let's just a hypothetical. Do we really hold that against him?
Uh-oh.
I don't to an
I
extent.
already know where you're going. I already know where you're going with that one.
You understand?
No, not really.
I said, bro, what I said last season, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's just frustrating the hell out of me, bro. I mean, we drafted a center. I mean, gonna make him play guard. He was supposedly the top center taken in that draft. Yet we want him to play guard. So I don't know, bro. You know what I'm saying? If he, again, I say, if he ain't successful at guard, do we hold that against him? What do you think, CB?
So, bro.
What you think, CB?
we got a center point guard. I mean, so
what you think, Junior?
I don't see it, bro. I mean, hey, he had a good rookie year last year, and this is second season, so I don't hold nothing against Ruiz, to my knowledge.
I think he had a considering all things that was going on. I'm gonna say he had a good year. Okay, considering all that they went through last season with the COVID and all that stuff.
With the COVID and stuff, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And that's the only reason. You understand? But if had not it been for all that stuff, and he played like he played last year, I would say that he had a subpar season. Had it not been for all that stuff. But I got to take that stuff into account. You understand? But this season, and I'm saying, since he been introduced to the position. Hopefully been working on the position in the off season. Obviously played the position all last season. I guess we expect him to play well. But if he don't play well, man, it's kind of hard to hold it against him, considering, you know, he was drafted as a center. He played center in college, and, you know, that's pretty much what he knew. Because I always envisioned, you know, and I said this last season, I thought we would let, you know, McCoy slide him over at guard. You understand? And let Caesar play center.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, obviously they like what they see in McCoy at center.
Yeah, well, I just recently heard Uptown that that they picked up J.R. Sweeney, that offensive guard. I think he was like an offensive lineman from Arizona.
That's what CB was just
saying. Been with
saying.
them for quite a while, sometime. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the last signing I heard, that we got Sweezy from the
Well, you
the
know
Cardinals.
that I don't really, man. If Sweezy, if this dude hits see the field, then we in trouble. If he end up starting or whatever, we in trouble. You see?
Because he's been playing for quite some time, didn't he?
This cat here, yeah, but this cat here should be a cat, man. Like, you know, considering the people that we have on our offensive line, Mr. Ruiz, number 1 pick, Mr. McCoy, Mr. Ramchick, who just got paid, Mr. Teron Armstead. You understand? Mr. Andrews Pete, who got paid last season. Okay? If this cat Sweeney ended up having to start for us, then yeah, there's something that happened and it didn't happen good. Okay? So
I agree. I hear what you're saying, Uptown.
Hopefully he's here as insurance in the event that somebody gets injured, to provide depth. Hopefully.
Gotcha. I got you, man. I'll take your word, Uptown. We'll take your word, right?
Let's see what, let's see how this all shake out. And I'm just like, WD now. I need to see at least one preseason game to see, just what we got. Because I ain't gonna say that that's the end all and be all. But if I see one, I can at least know, hey, look, are we playoff bound or are we headed for the couch?
Yikes.
You understand? That'll let me know. And I'm gonna be quite honest about it. I ain't gonna, cut no cheese about it or nothing like that. So I'm hoping, that we don't go out here after the post Drew Brees era and lay an egg.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But Uptown, I do want to touch something right there. What you were saying earlier, because I heard somebody in the chat mention about Taysom Hill being the starter. I said, no. We already know. Everybody in the chat. Oh, before I get to that, shout out to everybody in the chat that's chatting on the chat line. Who that to everybody? Shout out to the chat. Love you all. Who that to you? But I'm gonna have to agree what Uptown was saying about Jameis Winston. Y'all already know how I feel. Even everybody else said on the chat. Shout out to Miss Anna and Jordan Dog and all the rest of them. And they can agree with me when I say this. 100% Jameis Winston is going to be the starter of this team. Not Taysom Hill. It's going to be Jameis. Because everybody always talking about, he's going to have some problems out there on the field. That's in the past. This is a new and improved Jameis Winston out there. Y'all saw him at training camp of what this guy going to do. You just got to give the brother a chance, man, because the damn show ain't gonna be Taysom Hill. I've been saying that all the time.
Okay,
Taysom Hill want to continue.
You
If Taysom Hill want to continue with this team, he gonna stay right there where he is as a gadget player, an athlete. Let me say that one more time. He's gonna stay as a gadget player / athlete, not a starting quarterback to start the whole season. I just want to address that right there. And you did touch up on that, Uptown. And also shout out to Miss Anna that mentioned that too.
Okay, man. Let's just hope, that it plays out like that.
So that's established. That's done. That's done. But now, I do want to say this, CB. I did check out the video Tuesday night after we brought Kwon Alexander back. I did see the video on Tuesday night. Glad they signed him back.
Okay.
Because with him and DeMario Davis and that rookie Pete Warner in the linebacking position, man, I got news for the NFL. They ain't ready for us. These guys gonna come out lights out. But my main thing with Kwon Alexander, I hope he stay healthy. So when we have a winning season this season, and the playoffs come up in January of 2022, hey, I'm up for it.
Indeed. No doubt about it, man. Good to have you through, my man.
Of course.
WDN Chatline, man. That was my man here, Junior Jerry Poor. You understand? In the building. You heard me?
The Minister of Defense, SaintsUptown, the one and only, the Minister of Defense. Always good to see you, big brother.
No doubt, man. Always good to have you through, brother.
All right. Also, shout out to Miss Carly. I know she be in and out, but much love to her as well, because I got news for you, bro. Because if anybody knows a lot about Saints football than me, it's Miss Pretty Carly. Shouts out to you, because she can talk about it from start to finish. That's what I love about her, man. And that's why I was saying last year. I was saying last year when CB, when you had that fan of the week thing going on, I said to myself, put that lady in the team. And look what you got now. Along with CB, WD, Uptown. Hey, it's like the inner circle, bro. It's all coming together.
No doubt, man. Good. We appreciate you, man. Appreciate your support, bro.
Always, man. And we're gonna chop it up some more. Cause I know they've been talking about the Chris Richard coming in, helping with them cornerbacks. So it's gonna be very interesting to see. This team is gonna be very interesting to watch. We are an entire Who That Nation already know what's coming.
Okay, no doubt about it.
Wow. We appreciate you, OG.
We appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate
you have a blessed night. Who that, baby?
You too, man. And we'll talk some more. And like I say all the time, I love y'all, and ain't nothing y'all can do about it. Once again, shout out to everybody in the chat, man. I mean, I love y'all. Also, shout out to Aaron. I was on his show earlier, so he's doing big things over there on his YouTube channel. So I'm proud of you, bro. I appreciate that. And we're gonna talk some more.
Yeah, we'll talk some more, bro. Who that, baby?
All right, y'all have a blessed night. Who that? Take care.
Hey, y'all, don't forget, man, get the likes up.
I think we have Cheeks Burner in the comment section.
Get the likes up.
Okay, so next we have us a interesting caller. We got the Last Saint in the building. Last Saint, you on the line, fam. Who that to you? What's good with you?
Who
What's
that
up, man? What's poppin'? How's everybody doing? I like Jerry, man. I love Jerry. Sometimes I think Jerry be smoking stuff when he be with this Tasting Hill slang. Honestly, like I don't know what's going on, man. Like Taysom Hill starting, he's gonna win the quarterback position, man. Like
Oh, so you a Taysom Hill guy. I mean,
I'm
you
gonna
think
Taysom
Taysom
Hill
Hill?
Zelly. What's up?
I mean, we all are Taysom Hill guy far as far as a New Orleans thing. I'm talking about far as him winning the
Yeah, I'm
job.
talking as QB. Y'all like
Okay.
Taysom Hill as the utility player. I consider him as a QB.
Man, Taysom Hill is not a quarterback, bro. Now, what are
Taysom
you?
Hill is the quarterback.
What are
But
you?
you're gonna judge
No,
a
say,
rookie season?
no, slow down, bro. What are you smoking? You talking
No,
about?
what are you smoking?
I'm smoking that good.
clean.
I'm smoking that good.
I drink nothing but Dasani water, baby.
I'm smoking that good. How is
Yeah,
Taysom?
you smoking that good.
Explain your point. I want to hear that. I want to hear you.
All right. All jokes aside, because I do like Jameis too. I like both of them as quarterbacks. I just prefer Taysom Hill more in his dual threat mode, his dual threat role. I mean, if people are gonna just judge Taysom Hill, excuse me, y'all, I'm sorry. If Taysom Hill is gonna if you guys are just gonna judge Taysom Hill's 4 games as the precursor of his career, that'd be foolish to say. I mean, the guy has been playing different roles for his past 4 or 5 years. I mean, come on, it's basically a rookie year last year. I mean, this time you got a full training camp, and basically it's been what the competition has been fierce. I mean, nobody has had the edge in training camp. I mean, you can go on both sides saying that either Jameis did a little bit better or Taysom did a little bit better. Honestly.
I asked you last thing, since you're suggesting that we just judging him on the 4 games that he played, I would like you to tell me what kind of stats did he amass when he was playing quarterback for the University of Brigham Young University, BYU. Did he ever pass for 4,000, 5,000 yards? Did he ever pass for 25, 30 touchdowns?
No, because he's been injured a lot. But that doesn't matter. I'm talking about the NFL season.
No, sir. You said that we are only judging him on the fact that he played 4 games for us last season. That's what you said, sir. You understand?
Yeah.
That's what you said. We judging him. I myself am judging him on the totality of him playing quarterback ever. You understand? Okay. And the totality of Jameis Winston playing quarterback, who, by the way, won a Heisman Trophy. You understand what I'm saying? And the totality.
That's cool, but that's on college years, though. That doesn't really matter.
Let me finish saying what I'm saying. I'll let you talk.
Go ahead. Yeah.
The totality of Jameis Winston playing quarterback looks a lot better than the totality of Taysom Hill playing quarterback, sir.
Not really. We haven't.
Sir, Jameis Winston was the number 1 player taken overall in the draft, sir.
And look at his career and how that went. I mean, this is a brand new stretch now.
Jameis Winston has not had a bad career, sir. His first 4 years rivaled those of Peyton Manning, Aaron Rodgers, and Tom Brady. Did you know that? I bet you didn't know that.
What's with all this animosity?
I bet you what you took. You took the media approach of everybody else approach to Jameis Winston, and you didn't go do your own homework.
No, I haven't, because the media approaches people talking down on Jameis, which I haven't done. And I don't understand what the heat and animosity is for. I'm just making a conversation of why I think Taysom Hill is the better option. Now,
you said it's not no animosity.
No, that's how he talk. He talk like this. It's just Saints talk. But yeah, that's just how he talk.
You understand that?
That's fine. I just that when I hear people support Taysom, I hear a lot of heat in their voices. I hear a lot of animosity, but that's fine. Go ahead. I just think Taysom Hill is the better alternative, and I think he's going to win the quarterback position. I mean, you can bring up pass, and you can bring up college years, and that don't really matter. Jameis Winston going to the playoffs. I mean,
Sir.
Taysom wasn't going either, but to
Sir,
compare the rookie season.
sir,
Or
I'm
not.
just not talking about college years, sir. James,
You were just bringing up the totality of Jameis Winston, right? You
James,
brought up his college and his Heisman Trophy, right?
yeah, sir. Jameis Winston, sir, also played starting quarterback in the NFL for like 4 years. Starting quarterback in the NFL, sir.
Well, yeah, I know that.
Okay, so it's not just it ain't just like I told you, I'm bringing up the totality of his career as a quarterback, sir. That's what I'm doing. You understand? And when he did have an opportunity to play quarterback, which was the 4 games that you're referring to that he started, he didn't look very much like a quarterback to us. He looked like a guy that was back there masquerading as a quarterback to us. And that's facts.
Well, you speak to yourself and maybe a few other people, because that didn't look like that to me and others. That's highly
Sir, how many touchdown passes did Taysom Hill have, sir? When he started?
Off the bat, I can't. I don't really have the statistics, unlike you probably. I would say over 3 touchdowns.
Sir, I think he only had 3 touchdowns, sir, in 4 starts.
Only one touchdown throw or running touchdown?
And he had just as many touchdown throws. He had just as many fumbles as touchdown throws.
Okay, and this is basically his first time starting. I mean, not a lot of quarterbacks with their first time starting are going to have the perfect statistics or the best statistics there are out here.
Sir,
well, let me finish because I am letting you talk. Well, I kind of am because I can't really hear when you talk. But like I was saying, though, sir, is that Taysom Hill had his first start last year, 4 games, weren't the prettiest, but he went 3-1. And I'm sure that he had more than 1 touchdown in those 3 starts.
Yeah, but and you think that you are satisfied with that? You're satisfied with 3 touchdowns and 3 starts?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Well, 3 touchdowns and 4 starts.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, with more time that he has in a starting role, not a jack of all trades role, that he'll be a way better option than what Jameis would be.
No, he would not.
Yes, he would. No, okay, what?
In the last year that Jameis Winston played for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Jameis Winston passed for 5,000 yards. In the NFL, they only had 4 players in the history of the NFL that ever surpassed 5,000 yards as a passer, and Jameis Winston was one of them. And that's something that Taysom Hill will never do, sir. Will never do, sir.
We'll never say never.
Yeah, I would say never. I would say never.
Yeah, I bet you would.
I would say never, and I would bet you money that he would never do it too.
We are Taysom supporters, but just not at the QB position. We 10 toes down a fan and supporter of Taysom, but just not at the QB position. Especially the way we unsure the unknown of what we're gonna get out of our receivers. At least for the first 8 games, I think Mike gonna miss the first half of the season. We don't know what we're gonna get for the receivers, so why not try to add another legit weapon to the offense?
And also, when Taysom Hill started for us as quarterback, Taysom Hill turned over the ball at a high, alarming, and a rapid pace. And we need somebody who's going to secure the football a lot better than that. You understand?
Oh no, I perfectly understand. I won't make any excuses for that, but I will mention that was the first year starting for Taysom full-time as QB. Now, if we're gonna go in totality of careers, Jameis hasn't been really securing the football either, with the turnovers and whatnot. Yeah, that's something that can be cleaned up. Now, what I will say is that when the preseason games start, a lot will be revealed. And honestly, I think that, like I said before, that Jameis will out-edge Jameis Winston by a few inches. Like, if Jameis Winston starts, I think they would both do a phenomenal job. because Jameis Winston will cut down on being a gunslinger, and he'll make those preparations, those good throws instead of forcing everything, like he's kind of done in the past. But I think let me say that I'm gonna be short with it because I don't want to overtalk your platform. Now with Taysom Hill, I think he's gonna do better with the throws, and since he can move really fast, he'll be able to move out of a collapsing pocket for running yards. Now go ahead, sir.
I think that Sean Payton, right, from what I've seen from him, from what I've heard from him over the offseason, I think Sean Payton will have to lose his damn mind to have Taysom Hill starting quarterback.
Well, Sean likes Taysom.
And if that does occur, right, then I tell you right now, right, the New Orleans Saints is in trouble.
No, they're not.
We probably in trouble if Jameis starts, but we definitely in trouble if Taysom starts.
That's not true at all. That's a fallacy.
There's nothing that I've seen in Taysom Hill's career that would suggest that he's a starting quarterback in NFL.
I don't think you're looking hard enough there. Look, if you put Taysom Hill into the
yes, I have. We do a show here. You see, this show is called the WDN Chatline. That's all we do is look into the careers of the New Orleans Saints players. Yes, we've been looking very, very hard. We've been looking harder than you.
No, I don't think so. Not in this topic. Because you're comparing 4 games of bad plays over the course of James' career.
Sir, I have compared Taysom Hill's whole career, including when he played in college, sir.
He's been having a lot of injuries.
So please do not tell me that I'm just looking at 4 games.
You got to think with Jameis, he had 4 different offensive coordinators every year. He didn't have no stability in grasping down an offense and being fluid with it. Every year, a different playbook. Every year he was in Tampa. That's important. That's crucial.
Okay, and not to talk down on Jameis, but what does that say about QB play too?
What does that say about what?
I said, what does that say about? I wouldn't even go there because I would have to blame the coaches.
No, that's the team. The team in general. The team in general wasn't playing good. That wasn't just a Jameis thing. That was a whole. The Tampa Bay Yucks was trash as a whole unit.
Yep. And
I know that too. I know that as well because I've seen a lot of plays break down as well. But sometimes that's the league gun.
And plus, Jameis was told, specifically, to risk it. They said that's what the Arians say. Risk it, no biscuit. That's what he was told to do. Sean Payton ain't gonna tell him to do nothing that damn stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we know that. That's true.
So
what I'm saying is, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So that's what he was telling them. That's why he ended up, throwing all those interceptions and stuff that he ended up throwing. They had no discipline within their offense, and we have discipline within our offense. And keep in mind this, right? This may seem minute to you, but it's something that is very, very valuable to a quarterback. Jameis Winston never really had no running game either the whole while he was in Tampa Bay.
Oh no, that's very important.
So when you ain't got no running game and you're throwing the ball 30, 40 times a game, you understand? You put the ball in harm's way. That's 30 or 40 times that you're putting the ball in harm's way. You see? So that's the only difference. But at least I know that this guy understands the concepts and stuff of being a quarterback. I know that he understands that, how to make, certain throws, that's required, as a quarterback. I can trust in Jameis more so than I can trust in Taysom Hill to do that.
But what's to say the difference if you got Sean Payton that's directing everything? You got a guy that's been in the system.
When it comes down to people being able to make the throws, that's just simple people having the right athletic ability to do such. You can have a coach, telling you everything and all that, right? But if you can't make the throw, you can't make the throw.
Well, listen, sir, I'm sure Taysom can make the throw. I mean, he's overthrow a few passes in his 4 games, but there's throws that could have been made and adjusted. And I'm pretty sure, from what I've been hearing in camp reports, that Taysom has been making good throws as well as Jason. Now, some of them have been off, but that's on both sides. Now, when the preseason games show, then you're definitely going to have there's going to be the decision made that we have our heir apparent.
You know,
Tragedy being barred if a QB gets injured or whatnot.
okay, it was good, man. You know, hearing from you, bro, because we ain't never really heard from nobody from the the Taysom Hill camp.
You probably won't, but you know, I like both of them, and they're good quarterbacks. You know, I just don't like the slander of 4 games that define the quarterback when that's his first time starting full time, especially after you playing multiple positions.
Stop saying that's his first time playing full time. It was Justin.
NFL wise, you know better than that.
It was Justin.
I'm not talking about college.
Knock that off.
I'm talking professional NFL. Because Taysom's going to be starting QB. You don't cry about it. Just acknowledge the truth.
Oh, man, the man been in the quarterback room and all that. Knock that off, man.
Quarterback NFL. Come on now. You knock that off.
No, stop it, bro. It was Justin first year playing quarterback.
You think eye surgery is gonna make it better? I mean, come on now.
What you think gonna make it better with Taysom if he can't?
Taysom Hill is a dual threat quarterback. I mean,
so what? Dual threat quarterback. So what?
So what? I mean, the arm is fixed. Have you only been focusing on Jameis Winston reports? Because that's what it seems like.
No.
You sure about that?
No, yeah, I'm real sure about that.
I can't confirm or deny that. That don't sound right to me. But I don't say, bro. I don't care if it sounds whatever to you. I know what I've been doing. Well, I can't prove that because I don't know what you're saying.
You know,
this is going based off of words that I'm hearing from you.
No, I'm basing off of the play that I seen on the football field from Taysom Hill, bro. Ain't going by
over 4 games. Are you talking about NFL starting?
Over 4 games, yeah, over 4 games, yes.
Okay, let's make sure we're correct because you're talking about a collegiate series where he was injured.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Oh, yes. Okay. Cool. Well, look, I'm glad you get the point. I'm glad you understand. You know, it's really good. I like this channel.
Yeah, man, come back, bro.
Yes, at the end of the day, we Saints
fans, bro. Come back.
We Saints fans,
especially after the competition, after the quarterback competition is said and done. Make sure you come back, okay?
I definitely will. Well, let's make a wager because I do honor bets. You want to make a bet?
You want to make a bet on what? What you want to bet on?
Bet on who gets the starting job.
That Taysom Hill will not be the starter. Yeah, what you want to bet, bro?
Let's put $50 on it.
Yeah, I put $50 on it.
Okay, I got you then.
All right, yeah, I know you got me.
I got you on the words of the bet, but you're gonna lose regardless.
I know you got me.
You slick, huh?
You understand? I'll be sending you my Cash App real soon.
No, I'm gonna send you mine real soon. You know what? You can send me a Bitcoin.
You understand? And don't get ghosts around here either.
Oh no, I'm everywhere. My everywhere out here.
Don't be Patrick Swayze, bro.
Man, that's the last thing, man.
No, you're gonna be paying me because Taysom. I'm telling you, Sean Payton favors Taysom Hill, and you got a full camp working with the ones and the twos for quarterback instead of doing wide receiver rooms, running back rooms, and all that.
Man,
and Taysom Hill is leaner.
Man, it doesn't matter who favors Taysom, man. Taysom is not.
It does. Favoritism matters a lot. Favorism and the skill that you can show. And I'm telling you.
Well, that part that you said and the skill that you can show.
It's the big show. You see it. You just don't want to acknowledge it.
I don't see nothing, bro.
I know. Let me open your eyes up.
Okay. We'll see you. We'll see you soon.
Hey, I bet you will.
And my bank account will be ringing. Cha-ching, cha-ching.
Oh, no, it's not. That's going to be mine. You know what? You can sell me that 50 if you like. if you like to. Send me in Bitcoin. The market's going up.
Y'all come this side, fam. You have a good night, man. Who that?
Y'all stay blessed.
All right.
Say, bro, I knew that was going to happen, bro.
Yeah, it's good to hear from the other side.
I knew they was gonna have
Yeah.
after Taysom Hill, after he started Taysom over Jameis last season. I knew that was gonna happen. That
Yeah.
people were gonna actually start believing that he was a quarterback.
Yeah.
I sure cannot wait for preseason. This is getting fun.
Right. So we're gonna take our last caller for the night. We have Dwight in the building. Dwight, who that team fan was good with you?
What up, fellas? MOD,
Oh, what's going on?
CB4, what's happening?
Good.
I was just flabbergasted by the previous caller. I don't know whether he was watching football or watching flag football. I don't know because he talked about throwing mechanics. He talked about everything except reading the defense and these punts that was thrown. But I'm all right with that. So I got a question for you guys, man. Give me your opinion on this three-headed monster that we've acquired. Since Freeman is there, and since you have Kamara and 28, what do you think about the dynamics of that backfield? Give me your opinion.
I think that Devontae Freeman move that's going to give AK more of a receiver role, just to help the receiving core out a little bit. He lined up in the slot here and there, maybe on the outside, but more lined up in the slot. Just get him acclimated more in the passing game. Just due to the unsurety of our receivers. I think that's what that move was made for.
All right.
Far as what Ty Montgomery, I also think that Devontae Freeman and Ty they gonna battle it out for that, for that spot. But which I think Devontae Freeman will win, if he's healthy.
So
I
do
think
you?
it's more of Kamar getting into more of a receiver role and getting getting Latavius more carries and getting Devontae, acclimated as well.
So you think we're gonna have that same finesse look, or is it more of a pounding perspective?
I think it's gonna be more of a pounding perspective myself.
Yeah, more of a pounding.
Because as a matter of fact, if you've been noticing, man, really the last 3 seasons, this team has been slowly transitioning itself into more of a power running football team.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that's the reason why we went after and we selected players and stuff, in the draft, i.e. Cesar Ruiz, people like that, that can be on road graders and stuff on the front line, so they can do that. I think that Sean Payton envisioned the fact that Drew Brees wasn't going to be around, too much longer, and that we was going to have some type of switch in the philosophy of this football team.
Yeah,
and that's something that the guys around they can tell you. CB and WD can tell you. I've been, calling for us to change, and they've been saying the same thing too. Actually, it ain't just been me. We all been saying the same thing that we needed to change. The philosophy of this football team where the ratio on run the pass is kind of like at some type of equal.
Right.
Kind of like to keep defenses and stuff off balance. But it always seems like, man, for the past couple of seasons, when we get the running game going real good, Sean Payton stopped going to it, on a consistent basis. This time, I don't think that he have that luxury. He ain't got no doggone Drew Brees back there who he think he can fall back on, to pull us out of any kind of jams.
Right. I'm actually kind of excited about that too, because I've seen a few plays last year where it was 3rd and 2, and he got those 2 monsters in the backfield, and he decided to throw it. So but y'all know about that.
Bro, let me tell you, you see that what you just talking about? The fellas can tell you that is my pet peeve right there. If you're gonna piss me off, Let Sean Payton do that, which he does often. It's 3rd and 1, and he go back and throw the football. Something that stupid, especially when we didn't had Latavius been averaging 4.5 yards a carry.
Right.
And then you rear back and it's 3rd and 1, or 4th and 1, or whatever. You understand? And you throwing some kind of pass or whatever. That hurts my nerves, man. That really, really hurts my nerves.
Right.
That's something that makes you want to throw the brick at the TV or something. That's one of those.
Also, give me y'all opinion on the linebacker core and that kid, Paulson Adebo. I hear that's a big kid, man. I hear that besides being smart, I hear he's lengthy. He's a tall kid. And I didn't know that. I thought he was maybe just about 5'11", but I hear this boy like 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah, as far as the linebacker position, that signing yesterday, Kwon, that just set the whole tone. I think that move, if Kwon can stay healthy, it's going to help benefit Pete Warner. Now Pete Warner doesn't have as big of a role that he could have had, if we didn't bring Kwon back. So that lessens his role take, a lot of pressure off of him, and he had time to be more of an observer. Even though he will have a role, in the defense, he's gonna get his snaps. But Kwon and the Mario duo, I'm definitely looking forward to that. And if you hadn't checked out the highlight video made by WD, he put it out on Tuesday. You can go on the channel and check it out. That's definitely gonna give us a reminder of what those two was doing. So you see, the Mario was definitely excited to have him back because he know what's about to happen. When those two is out there, he just got to stay healthy. Kwon, but for us, the linebacker group as a whole, with the addition of Kwon, that makes it a solid room now.
Solidified.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Kwon looked like a natural in our defense.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's the reason why, man, because and plus the fact that he's gonna have Kwon here doing training camp, you get to soak and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Damario knows that makes his job a little bit easier too. Now. It's not like I didn't even before Kwon committed to come here, I didn't think that our linebacker room was trash.
Right.
Having him, having an addition of him, definitely makes the linebacker room better. Also, I like to say, to get to what you were saying about Paulson Adebo. I think Paulson Adebo, like I said earlier, if he doesn't start right away, he would eventually start for us. So at some point in the season, because that guy has that kind of skills, and he got a lot of ball holding skills too.
Right.
So if you're a cat like that, you find your way on the field.
Yep. One more thing before I get out of here, man. Just want to let you guys know, fellas, we appreciate you guys and everything you bring to us, to the Who Dat Nation, man. I'm all the way in Orlando, Florida. They hate me up here, you heard? Because I'm always talking to the Tampa fans. I'm always talking to them fools out here. So I'm going to let you know right off the bat, y'all give me ammunition. Keep doing what you're doing, because trust me, I'm throwing it at them. You heard? They hate me, MOD. And as far as your boy over there in Vegas, I had a one-on-one conversation with him, and I was like, "Boy, look here, you Tampa Bay fan." And after I got finished with him, he's like, "You know what? I don't even want to talk to you no more, right?" And he didn't know I got all my firepower from y'all. So, bruh, keep it up, fellas. Believe me, who that?
Who that, baby?
Who that? Oh, I see T Money and the T Money. I done already. We done already. Done gave you the right on the wall with
T Money, bro, man. There's something going on right now.
We done already.
There's something going on between me and T Money. T Money and his feelings right now.
Well,
you might as well call that team the Carolina Saints.
Well, we see why they had to pick up some linebackers.
Picks and stuff.
You heard me?
Yeah. Sam Darnold
I'm
throwing
saying,
picks
man.
and stuff.
Yeah.
We see why they had to pick up some linebackers, man. Our whole running back group was out. Talking about week 17, man. But we don't gotta talk about
it. They're not gonna be no kind of threat to the division.
Man, they think that, for whatever reason, T Money banking on the fact that all our players is either suspended or injured. You know what I'm saying? And he's just banking on that. And that's propel them to some kind of victory or something.
That ain't nothing new. He been doing that.
You understand?
I remember going there in the comment section years ago, man. That's what he always did.
Yeah, that's what why they can't just beat us, when we have full strength. Just beat us, just beat us. He always need to have some kind of, upper hand. Now you trolling over here.
Yeah, T Money, you trolling now. You trolling. We're not gonna give you that no energy over here, man. Yeah, you know what y'all looking at. Y'all should have kept Teddy another year, to be honest. Y'all got that over Teddy.
Yep. And he excited about it too.
Yeah. Man, out there throwing pits and stuff. Man, miss with that shit. But y'all got any final thoughts, man, before we wrap this up?
It's about it, brother. This is interesting, quarterback competition. We seeing what it's gonna do with that. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is.
Hey, I can't control y'all players, just don't know how to play.
Y'all players just don't know how to act. Coming from a cat who Ray Carew had his pregnant girlfriend murdered.
No, that's I wasn't reading what he typed. I was saying they players don't know how to play. I can't control how they players can't play.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
But that's about it, bro. You understand? Y'all just tune in next week. We'll have more information and stuff for everybody. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. And we'll be back next week. After we've got an exterminator in here and got rid of the roaches. You understand? We got a little roach running around here named T Money.
Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe we can get some raid or something, get rid of these roaches.
Hey,
call Orkin.
Every comment, man, I can hear this dude's voice in the comments, man. That's crazy. I hope you ain't rolling your neck typing that shit, man.
Yeah. Little chump ass left the Twitter chat.
Oh man. Oh shit, y'all. Oh, damn, it's like that. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all handle it.
Yeah, that's it, CB, bro. Do what you do, bro.
All right, WD, you got any final thoughts?
Oh man, shout out to the chat, man. It was a fun one tonight. It was a good one. I see that we had some newcomers, man. It's lit. It's time to get ready for the season, man. Look, it's gonna be an interesting season. I'm ready for this preseason because really, at this point, I'm so past camp talk, dog. We've been, what I'm saying, I'm going back to years ago, man. I used to be so hyped up for camp, listening on Saints training camp, and a lot of times camp didn't tell you the whole story. It never does, tell you the whole story. So I'm just ready to see what we got in preseason. The competition for each position, man. I'm just ready, locked and loaded, ready to watch some football, man. That's what I'm ready for.
And I think there's some football start tomorrow. You got the little Hall of Fame game.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna miss that, unfortunately. But either way, I can't wait, man. I can't wait to watch some football for sure.
Yes, sir. Basically, reiterate what y'all saying, man. First off, shout out to the chat. The chat, y'all live in the show up. Y'all what make this show goes. So shout out to y'all, and appreciate y'all getting on PJ. You know, we
Oh man,
get on him. You know, as long
shit.
as he with us until he just, you know, just show us something. You know, I don't know if it's gonna take him till he 35 to do something, but you know, he gonna be a Saint that long. So
He must got something, bro. He got something on somebody.
Man, they told his ass up. They said stuff. Y'all know I don't really care for him, but goddamn, I mean, he told him up in the comment section, man. I mean, hey, hold on, man, hold on. I gotta read this one comment, man, because I can't. It's so many comments, but I think somebody said he's a free safety. He's a FS. It stand for free snack. Like, goddamn, bro. Y'all was killing me tonight, man. That's all I want to say.
Oh shit, man.
Yeah, but far as the content for the channel, WD just dropped a fire ass Kwon highlight video. So, you know, if y'all hadn't seen that, please go back and check it out. Kwon's highlights when he was with us last year. You know, just give us a sneak peek of what's to come. You know, if he can stay healthy, we're gonna relive that again this season. And also, the Mad Series will begin. You know, our first preseason game. Our first preseason game it should be next weekend. Kick off preseason next weekend. So the Mad Series will begin next weekend, and it's going all the way until February. Hopefully, you know, as long as the Saints go, you know, I'm gonna go. So y'all be on the lookout for that. For all the gamers, non-gamers, man, I had that segment lit, so y'all please, you know, tune in and looking forward to chopping it up with y'all. Once again, shout out to the chat. We will catch y'all next week. This is the WDN Chatline podcast, and we are out. Who that?
For life.
Yeah,